From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. Past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, get set.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So from the 37, here's second down and 3. Here's Tua. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Time on three, kick. All right, come on. Come on, 2.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now Tua signaling to change things up. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And now they'll shift things around.
Hey, come on, 2. Come on, 2. Come on, 2.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Come on, 1.
Now Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
East right, snow. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Whoa.
Tua going to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Hey, turbo one, turbo one. Turbo one, high. 21G, 21G.
He'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll make sure he's touched down. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mike McDaniel dialing up the risk here a little bit on 4th down. They're going to go for it. An audible here to get a new look.
Turbo 3, kick. Watson, Oscar.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua fighting his old Alabama teammate Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll run. Here's the former Seminole. And he'll get this to the 32. Tackle there by Saran Neal out of Jacksonville State. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Hey, Ace. That's one.
From the gun, Murray. He's got this downfield to McBride. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Kyler going to give this to Benson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
One more. Two. Hurry.
Shotgun now for Murray. Open man here is Benson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. A give left side for Benson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On first down, right back to Benson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Benson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's Murray. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now Tua going to change the play.
21G. Ready.
Second down. Here's Mostert again. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 3rd and 2. Now they'll audible to something else. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready. Hey, turbo 2. Turbo 2. Turbo 2. Turbo 1. Out.
Mostert. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But if the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid, combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's third and a few inches.
He's right, snow. Ready, shot? Hey, 21 TX. Hey, turbo one. Out.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Good. 20 TX. Solo left Zion.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
It's safe. Go ahead.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Turbo 3, kick.
Slot man moves right. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 37 yards. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Murray now. He sets to fire deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. In motion, Hill. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's caught inside the 20. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Now Greg Dortch going to bring it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Another run here with Benson. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
A give up the middle with Benson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
They need 2. Here's third down. They'll try to run for it with Benson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
Omaha. Big Ace open. Hey, Big Ace.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. Flush to his right. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. First and 10 after the fourth down conversion. Throwing now is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that.
44.
So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Let's go. Connor, long. Scat.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. That's swung out to Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Tua is going to change things up.
Turbo 1, high. Turbo 1, high. Hey. Ready.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
Go ahead. Ready, 2 stinger.
Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Go ahead.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. He'll swing this out to Mostert. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And going deep for Hill. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Dolphins will add onto their lead. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Hey, come on, 2. Come on, 2. Come on, 2.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Omaha. Big Ace, who you got?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Here's Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Ready.
Motion man is Berrios. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 33. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now they'll change things up. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Cover 2.
They'll run the draw with Mostert. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, fellas, listen up. Double 1, high. 21G, 21G. Watson, Oscar. Set.
From the gun, it's Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jonnu Smith, 30 yards. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Sanders on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. To throw, it's Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Benson. And he goes out right around the 39. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Benson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Murray. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Caught by Jones. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Murray off play action. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Now Murray again. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Play fake. Murray being chased out left. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get your reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
To throw is Murray. Caught, it's Wilson. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Flush to his right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Murray now to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Murray going to throw. Eluding the... And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Hey, 21, TX. Solo left Zion. Out.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
20, TX. Let's go.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh.
just about 8 miles inland from the warm waters of the Atlantic. We are inside Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field. To start this drive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Ready. Ready, two stinger.
Now run for the first time for the veteran Raheem Mostert. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
Ready. G.
He'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Yeah! And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
On first and 10, here's Tua. And this will be incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
We'll find Mostert out of the backfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Tua Gives it to Mostert. He'll push forward for about a yard, with Justin Reed up from his safety spot to make the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Ready, shot. Shot.
Now Tua. He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
Go ahead.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down.
Out.
Here's Tagovailoa. They'll try to set up the screen to Mostert. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Hey. Shot.
They snap it to Tua. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on 4th down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts.
Yellow.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Javon Holland up to make the tackle. Second down and 8. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
43, 15. Hey, 57. Attack.
They're indeed going, and it's Mahomes. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the Chiefs' first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but That's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
Second and 7. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. Backfield empty. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That one is complete to Hardman. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. And we're back to South Florida after this. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Yellow, yellow.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Third and 5.
Yellow. Hey, yellow, hey, go.
On the ground, here's Pacheco. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Yellow. Hey, Ridley. 15.
Now Mahomes. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. He'll drop this one down to Mostert. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll try to run it here with Mostert. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
All right. 20 TX.
Man in motion is Berrios. Right back to Mostert on first down. And we'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. George Karlaftis there to make the play.
Turbo 3, kick. Turbo 2.
Tua will get this one out wide to Tyreek. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Ready. All right, fellas, listen up.
Hill brought in motion. They give it to Mostert. They face 2nd down and 7.
Turbo 1 high, turbo 1 high. Go ahead. 32 Stinger.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Solo left Zion. One. Turbo 1 high. Twenty-one G. Ready, shot.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tunga Vailoa. Taking a shot downfield for Smith.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10. First down throw, Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, it's Worthy. And he is taken down, but not before they're able to get it out of danger, up past the 25. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Slot man in motion right. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Receiver in motion, going right. On first down, it's Mahomes. Off-balance throw, it's complete. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Hey, 57, 57.
They send him right out of the slot. Mahomes on first down. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, yeah. And the Dolphins will take over here just past the 30.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Watson, Oscar. Hey, 21, TA.
On first down, Tagovailoa. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Miami. Jason Sanders on for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Mahomes. In trouble, and down he goes.
It's first down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in second and long.
Mahomes now on second down. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
Third and long for Mahomes. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see if we come out with a hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. Slot receiver, headed right. 1st and 10 for Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Slot man in motion right. Here comes the jet sweep. And he tries to get to the edge, but cannot do it. Good job by the defense. No gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10.
Hey, 15, 57. 15, yellow.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Finally seems that this offense has found their rhythm after what's been a really slow first 2 quarters. They're hopeful that this series can be the spark. They continue to be efficient in the passing game and go finish this drive.
They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Hey, dribble it. 15. Yellow.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start this drive. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Solo left Zion. 20, TX. Set.
From the gun, here's Tua. That's caught downfield by Waddle. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Let's go. Out.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Easy.
Here's Mahomes. That's taken in by Kareem Hunt. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Attack.
They put Kelsey in motion.
43, 47, collect. And Ripley. Yellow.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Long. Check.
Tua. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here's Tua now on 2nd down. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Now a 3rd and 2. Hill brought in motion. 3rd and 2. Tagovailoa. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
They are going for it. It's Tagovailoa. That's caught by Smith on the right side.
Get to the line!
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far.
Ready. Turbo 1!
Tua on the fake, gets it to Waddle. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll run straight ahead with Mostert. And he's going to take this all the way home. Raheem Mostert. Touchdown, Dolphins. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. And this ball batted away and incomplete. The veteran Jordan Boyer had the good coverage, and he knocks that one away. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Attack!
To the air once more, it's Mahomes.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
On second down, Mahomes. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Man in motion is Brown. Here's Pacheco. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
15. Hey, 15. Hey, 37. 15, yellow.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal.
Yellow.
They put Kelsey in motion.
Yellow. Easy. Hey, yellow, go. Attack. Hey, color.
They'll drop to throw. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyrell Dodson. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 6.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with it.
Just pushing guys away as he takes this forward for a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
They're right here. Ready, set.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. We'll talk things over before 3rd down.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Ready.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Solo left Zion.
A shotgun snap for Tua. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. This is 1st and 10.
Yellow. 43. 43. Come back. Hey, rip left. Yellow.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
All right, come on.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A run up the middle with Mostert. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Turbo 3, kick.
Man in motion is Berrios. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield. Now 4 seconds left. And we get a timeout call. 3rd down and 9.
Ready. Turbo 2.
Tua gives it to Mostert. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So, fins up. It's a win for the Dolphins. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. They're going to send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.
A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And here we go from Miami. Washington now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Line. Out.
First play of the drive. Here's Mostert. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Offense up to the line fast. It's Mostert on 2nd down. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick. A give on 3rd to Mostert. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Turbo 1 high. Turbo 1 high.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
32 stinger. Ready.
Going right back to Mostert. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line.
21G.
Second and 10 now. Connection made to Raheem Mostert. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. Opening carry for Devon Achane. On the move into the red zone. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins finish up an excellent opening series. Devon Achane with a touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Sanders all set to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Running it with David Montgomery. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Super.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Goff on 3rd. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. Now motion him out of the backfield.
Listen. Hey, kill. Super.
They'll go for it. Goff. Throw complete to Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Man in motion, headed right. Throwing again, it's Goff. Into the hands of Gibbs. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Shotgun snap here to Goff. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
Maverick!
From the gun, Goff. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. Completed over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
17.
First down throw from Goff. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
2 for 66.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Bates' kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey.
The drive begins with a run for Mostert. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Cover one, high. Set.
2nd and 1. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now it's 3rd and short.
Go ahead. Hey, time out 2. Time out 2. Time out 2. Out.
3rd and short, Mostert. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
It's safe. Go ahead.
Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Completes this one to Braxton Berrios. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
Cover one. All right. Out.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
All right, let's go.
Working quickly here.
East right, snug. 21G, 21G. Right.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins now lead by 10. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins drive their lead to 11. Sanders all set to send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
11. Right.
They go play action with Goff. He's on the move. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
76, Kelly. 76. Value 3, value 3.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10. It's Goff. On the move, headed right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Man in motion, out of the slot.
Hey, 76. 76.
3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Value 1.
Goff on 1st and 10. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They kick the running back in motion. To throw again on 2nd and 10. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And the Dolphins got it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give. It's Mostert headed right. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
20 TX. Watch it, Oscar. Hey, 21 TX.
2nd and 3. This finds Mostert. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. It's the Dolphins with 1st and 10.
Turbo 3, kick. Turbo 2.
On the draw, this is Mostert. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
First down, here's Tua. Has it down close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here.
Turbo 1 high. 20 TX. Let's go.
Now Tua to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover. Wisely throwing it away.
And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. It's a 3-yard gain. 1 shot remaining if they want to try it. 4th and goal coming up. Jason Sanders leading the Dolphins field goal unit out. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. 4th down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. From the left side. Aubrey puts it through, and then extends their lead to 14.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. He'll throw it. Escapes. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Sanders all set to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, kill.
Gone. This is complete to Gibbs. We'll have him gain about a handful there. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Off play action, Goff. Ooh, incomplete there on second down, but boy, a risky throw on a check down of all things. Nearly picked off and headed the other way. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Value three. Hey, let's go.
Goff setting to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first.
Cut. Hey, we're close.
Throwing again, it's Goff. Chased out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
What? Hey, lift.
Second and 10 now. Forced out to his right. That's complete to St. Brown outright. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
Goff on third. He finds Laporta. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Running for it. Here's Gibbs. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first.
Well, I know everybody on that offensive side of the ball appreciates that kind of effort. Got it by more than just a couple of inches. In fact, no need for a measurement on that as they move the chains.
first down. It's gone. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
What? Shell. 2 for 1. 14. Tiger. We go. 76. Cut.
Looking to throw. Gone. Catch made left side by Laporta. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 4. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Go, tonight. Maverick. Oklahoma. Hold on. Check. 4 now. 12. Listen. Hey, kill.
Goff back to throw. He's on the move. That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Williams. And he's out of bounds after a nice pickup to the 10. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Lions the first.
DC. Super.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense up to the line fast. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out.
5.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Ric Flair.
Here's a quick throw to the left. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
A run from Mostert to begin the 3rd. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
To throw, Tunga Vailoa. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Get set. Step.
A give left side to Mostert. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Pulled in at the 20. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Lions will go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. Go. We're good. Maverick. Orange. Shell.
Goff to the air now. It's taken in by Williams. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
Hey, Shell. Whirl it. Ric Flair. Horrible. Hey, Don.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field.
Value three. 17. Whoa. Super 66. 11.
From the 46. Catch is made down the right sideline. They get 27 on the play. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
Maverick roll. 76, tell him. Cut. Value 3. Louis. Hey, Shell. Hey, 76. Cut.
Working inside the red zone. Completed to his running back. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Go, Todd. Two up.
From the gun, Goff. On the move, headed right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Value 1. Horrible.
trying on 3rd and long. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis and practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Now you won. Two.
They'll go for it. Goff escapes out to the left. Oh, caught by his running back. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Hey, let's go. Go, ground. Hey, lift.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
And now the Lions lining up for a very important 2-point try.
Super one. 14.
Throwing again, it's Goff. And he goes out of bounds. Wow, major miscue there, and they're not going to get 2. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah, ready. Hey, time out two.
They'll try it right with Mostert. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Hauled in by Waddle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Dolphins leading by 8. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Hey, get set. East right, snug.
Here's a give inside to Mostert. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here he is to throw. Achane reels it in. And they make the tackle at the 38. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's now a two-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a two-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
First and 10 now from the 30.
We go tonight. Tiger, Tiger. We go 76. 76.
Goff setting to throw. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 36. Buys time, rolling right. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're rolling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
Well, that throw just gets away from the quarterback a little bit, and he couldn't stay in the field to play. It's tough to blame him, though. He's got to leave the pocket, and he really had some tough circumstances to try and push that one down the field.
Looking to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Pass complete to Gibbs. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Listen.
First down throw from Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense to the line for second down. And they're going to spike this one. No, wait, no, they're not spiking it. They're going to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. Dolphins take possession just shy of midfield following the interception and the lengthy return. Okay, they thought they were being clever there. Didn't bite on the fake spike for a second. It immediately backfires Brock with an interception.
Yeah, the only way that really works, Kate, is if eyes are on the quarterback, but that was not the case for this defense. Right, once those receivers took off the line, the moment they launched, everybody communicated defensively, and they were there to pick it off.
Clock working against them here as they hurry to that line. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Ready? 20 TX. Hey.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins make it a 3-score game in the fourth. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins push their lead to 18. Sanders all set to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. Try and push it deep downfield. And there's our last-stand image of this game. It's intercepted. Jordan Poyer has it. And the Dolphins make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. So it's fins up as the Dolphins take the win at home. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one.